I am not too sure if you can see my face. More than likely, it might be cut off. But what we're concerned about are the plants. So, with that being said, I have some repots today, and I want to talk about my new addition in the back here, which is my Milsbo. Before I did have my gazebo back there, but I moved it to another area, and then I put this one there. But today I'm going to be, oh, I'm missing a plant. Let me go grab my other plant real quick. Now I have everything, I hope. We shall see. So, as I was saying, I'm going to be repotting a few things. At first, I started with just this one. I was like, I'm just going to put my Majestic in a moss pole. But I really want to get as much as possible repotted that needs to be repotted before the winter hits. And so right now it's still a decent time to be repotting. And I really want to get this one on a moss pole because it's just growing and it's already starting to get to where it's not fitting on my cabinet or under my cabinet in the kitchen. So it's going to have to go on the Milsbo behind me with the other guys there. But what I need to do is get some moss and water. And so I'm going to do that. And I just use this, what is it? This is what I use for moss. And I just pretty much, it's good. It's worked so far. So I'm sure there's other brands out there that are probably better, but this is what I use. I'm just going to let that do its thing in the water. Because I think I'm going to have to add, I might have to add 2 sections, but I'm not too sure of the pole. But yeah, with that being said, welcome back to my channel. And if you are new here, welcome. I just need to get all this stuff done. There's always something planty to do in a home full of plants. And the work never ends. And I might need to be putting some stuff in some of my plants. I saw a bug the other day, and I'm not too sure what it was. But yeah, anyway. I'm going to let this do its thing and soak up this water, and so that way I can get it ready for the pole. This I'm not going to be using my gloves for, but I think it might need more water. And hopefully I don't make such a big mess, because this time I didn't put a towel under this, so yeah, that wouldn't be good. Last time I put a towel. So I'm going to put this aside for now, because I'm not going to do anything else with that for now. And put this up here. And I'm really iffy of what I want to do with this one. I think I'm going to go ahead and just repot it because it's going to need it. It's been, if you can see the roots, they're like doing their thing for sure. I don't know if I should just leave it in here because I know that monsteras like to be packed up in roots. So I don't even know. This one's an iffy one. But it is getting thirsty all the time too. So I'm like, well, if it's getting thirsty a lot, it probably needs to be repotted. So I may just move it up one size, just one size. I do have my Syngonium batik. I never say names right. But I have my Syngonium. Wait, my bad. I have that Syngonium, and then I have this other Syngonium as well. This one I think is the confetti. It's pink confetti. Then I also have this Hoya that I forgot the name of, but I think it's a Bella, if I'm not mistaken. And I may or may not put my micans back in with its mama plant, because my thing is to make that plant fuller, but I'm not too sure if I want to do it yet. I kind of want to wait until it gets secondary roots, or I don't know. We'll see. I think I might, I don't know. And this time around, I want to try these other moss poles that I got in. The other ones were really easy. They were already folded and good to go. This ones are the ones I think that I have to fold up and all that. So we'll see how this goes. But before we do all that, I want to get into repotting these other ones and get this done and out of the way. Usually I like to use the lid when I'm doing a repot on top of this. Sometimes I don't, sometimes I do. Sometimes don't, sometimes you do. Anyway, let me start with this syngonium right here. The root system is pretty good in this one. So I think it is okay to kind of up at one size and it would be fine. So I do have, I think that's about the same size. So put it in I think these are 3.5 inch pots. So I'm going to stick that, it is either 3.5 or 4 inch. But anyway, this is what they're going in. So that is going to be for both syngoniums and also my Hoya. Move this up here. And I think hopefully that'll be okay. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Ah! I'm dropping everything. Oh my gosh. Anyway. Well, I'm making a mess. I recently stuck this syngonium inside of my greenhouse, and I think it's doing better in there, so I'm just going to leave it in there for now. I mean, why wouldn't it do better in there? But for now, I think I just want to leave it there. I have plenty of space. Ever since I got the Milsbo behind me, now I have plenty of plant space. For now, until my babies get big. Okay, one down. Now for the confetti. And y'all, sometimes I get these names wrong. In my previous video, I called my peperomias pileas. Yeah. Sometimes I do get them wrong. If I catch it, I'll correct it, but I can't promise you I'm always gonna catch it. Oh no, there's a root. Ah! There, the root was stuck at the bottom and it just flew out. Anyway, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's going to be fine. I'm gonna have to throw some of that out. Some more out. Okay, that's better. I love these plants. The syngoniums are so pretty. They have this one that I saw, and I think it's called is it the Black Arrow syngonium? Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. It's just solid, like dark, and with this like pinkish color on it. And I'm like, I think I want it. I guess we're gonna see though. I don't know. It's so freaking gorgeous though. I love it. And so far so good with syngoniums for me. This one loves where it's at, and it's actually on the shelf. So it seems to love it on the east side facing window, so that's where I'm going to keep it. I did put this one over there, but I still feel like it's going to be better inside of my cabinet. My cabinet needs plants anyways, and so it needs some babies in there for right now. And now I'm going to go ahead and get this Hoya in there. And hopefully this one won't fly out on me. Okay. This one's got a lot of roots, but you can't really see them because they're so thin. But it does. It has a really good root system going. And this is actually a cutting that I ordered, and it's been doing so good. And I actually didn't order this one from the Green Escape. This one was from another Etsy shop. If I can find the name, I will post it on here. But I received a few cuttings from that shop, and they were perfect. They did well. Okay. This one's been doing so good, and it's such a gorgeous plant. All right. Okay, 3 down. Those were simple. I'm glad that I'm getting all this done. It's been holding off on so much. It's like I do a little at a time, and then I'm like, I should have just did it all at once to get it all out of the way. But I guess it makes for more videos. I don't know. But yeah. So these little baby little pots are just cups. I think I've mentioned this, where I just use little cups that I get from the store, and whenever I need something a bit smaller. So now I have this one that I think I'm just going to go ahead and up pot it one. It does have a new leaf that came out recently, so hopefully, I don't think it'll do anything to it. Monsteras are pretty forgiving, so I think as long as I don't mess with the root system too harshly, maybe. It's been such a good plant ever since I ordered that one as well. So yeah, I'm gonna stick it in this one. This one I think is one higher. It's a 5-inch. From that one is a 4. So yeah, I think this will do good in here. It'll do good. I just think it's time. Those roots are really in there, and I'm afraid if I let it just go, it's gonna be really hard to take out, and I'm kind of scared now to even pull this out of here. I hate messing with it. Like, it's so comfortable and snug. Like snug as a bug in a rug. Come on, little guy. I know you can get out of there for me. All right. This is why I didn't want to wait too long, because I didn't want you to get too stuck, and then we would have issues getting you out of there. So yeah. Anyways, look at that. Such a good root system. All right. Let's put some of this delicious soil in there. I think just a little more should be fine. I want it to reach the top. Yeah, that'll work. Should be perfect for it, I hope. I don't know what I just did. What was that? I don't know. I don't know what that was. Let me see. Some of this orchid bark is insanely big. looks so good. It looks so good. And its new little pot that now I have to find another pot for. But good thing is, actually I think I do have a pot for that one. And this one will go here. And voila. Trade-offs. I guess I could have just used that for one of those, but it's okay, I'll wash it up. It looks so good. And I'm pretty sure I do have a cover pot over there for it. And if not, I'm pretty sure I have some crochet ones that, or I can just do a crochet one for it. But awesome, I got all 4 of these done and good to go. And my moss should be ready. All right. Okay, now to mess around with this guy over here. Well, I may have to use gloves for it because I think, well, for when, no, I don't need gloves yet. What are you doing, Abby? You can't have none of that. That's plant stuff. It's plant water. Okay. Let's see what these are like. Okay, so I have these that I'm going to try out, and I'm not using my other ones because I want to keep those specifically for, since I already used them over there on the Esqueleto. I want to just use those other ones for the Esqueleto. And since I ordered these, I kind of thought, well, maybe these would be similar to the ones I got, which I'm pretty sure they are, but I'm not for sure. So I was like, well, I'll just use these for my Majestic and then the other ones for the Esqueleto, just in case they're a little different from each other. And I won't have problems when it comes to adding another section. Then I have this one that's just hanging at the bottom. That one I'll just pin it here in a little bit, but that's what it's looking like with all my mess everywhere. That is what it looks like. It's gonna look so good. It's just so cute. I love it. So I'm gonna take this out. Oh yeah, it's gonna look so good. So if all goes as planned, it's gonna grow to be one big, beautiful plant. Absolutely love the majestic. It's gorgeous. And so I'm going to get this all finished up and cleaned up here. And then I will show you the Milsbo and what I did to the Milsbo as well. So I'm gonna go get this out of the way and I'll be back. Okay, so this is my Milsbo that I just recently got and I set up. It is actually at 74, pretty much 75 degrees, and it is holding at 80% humidity, 87% humidity. This one is actually doing way better in holding humidity and temp than my other cabinets, and which is fine. It's not a big deal, but it is of course a better made cabinet in my opinion. So I didn't have to really do much to this one for it to even hold what it's holding. I'm gonna go ahead and show you. So right here I did put some weather stripping, but I did put some weather stripping here on this door. Some real thin one. I've unstuck it at the bottom several times, so it's like kind of coming off. It's not the best weather stripping, but it's working for now. And then I pretty much did the same thing on the other side where I put the, open this, on this side, where I did put the thicker weather stripping here as well. I put the thin strip up here, and that is pretty much all I did to it. As far as wiring and all that, let me put you back here. As far as wiring and all that stuff, I didn't want to make a big hole on this one. I already need to clean this down here, but I didn't want to make a hole at the bottom. That was just something that I didn't want to do that with this cabinet. So what I did do is there is a hole in the back of the cabinet at the top, and that's usually, I guess, to kind of secure it to the wall. So if you are going to use that to secure to your wall, then of course don't make the hole there. You make it at the bottom if you're wanting to make one. But I don't need that, so I just made the hole a little bit bigger, and it was perfect to fit the cord for my fans and the cord for my Barina lights that I do have in this cabinet. Let me see if you can see the Barina lights. I don't know if you can see the Barina lights up there. I think you can now that I moved it a little bit. And my fans. I do have my fans hanging from magnets. They are little hook magnets that I got from Amazon. These fans, exactly like the ones in my previous cabinet, are from Amazon as well. And the Barina lights, you can also get those from Amazon. But that is pretty much it. The acrylic shelves, I did order them off Etsy. I find it to be a little bit cheaper from Etsy because shipping is free. So it's not as expensive if you're ordering from, like, there's some company called Aqua something. But yeah, it was cheaper for me. But yeah, that is it. This was a simple cabinet to put together. I'm really excited to see my anthurium grow in here and all my other plants. What I like is that if I want to move these shelves around, I can. It's got little areas to move these little notches around. So if I want to lower this shelf a little bit more in the future, which I may, but we'll see. But yeah, everything in here is set up how I want it set up for now at this moment. I may add some little, like, small little shelves down here. The acrylic ones that I did get for my Akbar Ikea cabinet, and that way I can kind of just stack my plants. It'll just look better that way. But yeah, other than that, oh, and then this little ThermoPro or ThermPro, something like that, I did get off Amazon. It was only $7.88. The other two that I have are massive, and they did cost me a lot more. I got them from Walmart, but this one works just as good, and I love it. So for the price, and I think it does have a magnet back there, so if I could stick it here, it probably could. I haven't tried it yet, but I think it does have a magnet in the back. I think right now right there is good. But yeah, I have pretty much all my anthurium in here, and I have my new I think I don't know if it's called Jenny or Guinea begonia in here. It's a Galaxy. I had been wanting one of these for a while, and now that they kind of came down in price, I went ahead and got me one, and I finally got a Wyadia right here as well, because I had been wanting one of these Hoyas. But I'm sad right now because my Pallidiflorum seems to kind of like, it's like half alive, but this leaf is still okay, so I'm hoping it does okay. I'm not too sure. We had a day or two that it kind of got really cold, and it's in those times where we kind of like don't want to turn the heater on, but then we don't want to have the AC on, so it got kind of cold in the house, and I think that caused it to kind of yellow up because I had just watered them. And so I'm hoping it lives, because I really, really was wanting a Pallidiflorum for so long, and because they're so expensive if you get them bigger, and I just didn't want to pay that price. I do have another baby coming in just in case this one does die on me, which I hope she stays alive. But so far she's alive. That one leaf is staying green. It's not yellowing on me, so that's a good thing. I'm just trying not to water her at all until I know that she just absolutely needs it. Also, I don't want to underwater her either, so I'm kind of just keeping an eye and going from there. Also, this plant right here is my red crystal. It is not yellowing or anything, but it's also not growing. So I don't know what's going on with this one. All my anthurium have grown really well for me, but this is the only one. But it hasn't, I mean, it's still green and everything, and it looks like it grew a little bit, but I'm not sure if maybe I just need to put it in a smaller pot, that maybe this one's just too big for it. And so I might just do that. I might just put it in a smaller pot for now to see what happens. So hopefully this one will survive for me, because I really wanted a red crystal. But we will see. All my other ones seem to be doing pretty good. I have no complaints. My silver blush put out a new leaf, and it's doing really well, and they're absolutely stunning, so I can't complain. But yeah, this is pretty much my cabinet, and you know, I just went off into a whole talking about other stuff as well, but yeah, that's pretty much my cabinet, what's going on in here. And hopefully these will grow to be amazing big plants, and one day my whole cabinet will just be full.